What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Crowded House. Yes, indeed, how about that? Crowded House making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Daniel C. And Daniel C. wanted to see me react to this song by Crowded House called Don't Dream It's Over. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Key FHQ Videos, okay? And the video has 43.4 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over, live HQ. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay, well, clearly the crowd knows it. Bass player.
There is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, when they come, build a wall between us.
Have I heard this before?
We know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. My possessions.
I'm not 100% sure, but I get the feeling I've heard this before. Something about what we just heard there in those last few phrases, it sounded familiar. I don't know. Let's keep going for it. Man, something tells me I've heard this song before.
Causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war in every ways, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now,
That part.
don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, well they come. Feel the war between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream.
That one part, that one line, I recognize that. But the rest of the song? Nope. No, I don't. I don't recognize anything else other than that one that da 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 da. I recognize that. But the rest of the song, I don't recognize it at all. Very laid back, very mellow, kind of a mellow song. But here's the thing: I would not classify this as a ballad. It's not that mellow. It's not that slow. It definitely has some energy to it. It's a mellow energy, but it definitely has some energy to it. Kind of like a soft rock song, almost. Like, I don't know. I mean, no band really comes to mind what these guys sound like, but there's a bunch of bands, but it's like I got 1,000 bands flying across. I'm trying to grab one. It's like I keep getting distracted. I try to zero in on one, and then like 10 more grab my attention. I'm like, oh wait, and then anyway. But I mean, it's I wouldn't call this a ballad. I don't know if I would. I don't feel comfortable calling it a ballad. So it's not like I hate it, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. To be honest with you, folks, I don't know how I feel about this. It's weird. It's weird. Let's keep going for right now.
It's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, well they come. Feel the war between us. We know they won't win. Revelation. And now, and now, and now.
Call and response. All right.
There come through the wall between us.
Got a minute and a half to go. Okay, it sounds to me like the song's over. We still got a minute and a half to go. Okay, I'm not sure what to do here. I mean, the song's over. I mean, the song is, I mean, they've all, look, drummer stood up, keyboardist is moving away from the keyboards, the guitar player and bass player took their axes off, they're done, right? We got another minute and a half of what? Should I even bother? Yeah, I guess I should. All right, okay. Here's the deal. I'm going to watch the next minute and a half, and if I feel it's worth keeping in this video, I'll keep it, okay? If not, like if there's nothing of value, then we're going to cut it here, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. A minute and a half of what? I have no idea. Let's see. Taking the bows. Is that what we're going to do? A minute and a half of taking the bows? Okay, I appreciate that. Always good when the performers show their gratitude to the audience. It's always good, their appreciation. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it in. I guess we'll keep that in. Why not? It doesn't hurt anybody. All right. Now, now I'll get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Crowded House with Don't Dream It's Over. This was a request from Daniel C. Okay, before I get my score, I had a bit of a conundrum, and this is what I spent most of my time thinking about. The score came to me pretty quick. I didn't have to think very hard about the score. What I spent most of my time thinking about was this. I did recognize one part of the song, that one melodic line. Da 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 da. I recognize that. And I'm sitting there going, I've heard that before. But the rest of the song, I have not heard. I didn't recognize anything else. So here was my quandary. Here was my conundrum. Is this still a reaction? and I had to think about it. I want to be fair and I want to be honest with you guys. So this is what I came up with. Is it a reaction? By definition, yes. It still is. I heard that melodic line. That's all I heard. I don't know anything else what came before or after it. I don't know the verses. I don't know the entire chorus. I know part of the chorus. I recognize part of it, but I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I've heard this song before. You know what? I don't even know if I've even heard the whole song. I heard a part. I heard that one part. It's not like that Stone Temple Pilots song. What was the name of that song? Plush. Where I've heard that song so many freaking times on the radio, and I've heard the entire song. I know I've heard that entire song. So this song, I don't even know if I've even heard the entire thing. I don't know where I've heard it. I don't know if maybe it was a television show or a movie, or I don't think it was a sporting event. I very seriously doubt that. And I don't think it'd be on a video game either. Maybe a commercial, possibly. Television, movie, something like that. And it might have just been that one part, and I don't recognize it. But I recognize that one part, but I don't know where I heard it from, and I don't recognize anything else. So I'm still going to call this a reaction. I feel comfortable with that. I feel safe with that. So is this a reaction? Yes. Yes, it is. I think we're going to be fine. So it is still the first time I've heard it as a song, as the entire song. So having said that, let's get to the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.3. Yep, 7.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, it is a really good song, believe it or not. I would consider this to be a really good song. It's well structured, it's well executed, it's well thought out. Everything about the song felt good, nothing felt jarring. Even with the milder feel and the more mellow feel, it still had some drive. It still had some push. It wasn't like it was sitting here in the doldrums, you know, spinning around and around and around. It didn't do that. It was a little more laid back, yes, but it still had the drive, it still had the push. So that was nice. I wouldn't call this a ballad. I wouldn't. Soft rock, maybe. I might call it soft rock or easy listening. But I don't know if I would go as far as to say it was a ballad. I don't think so. Kind of like up there with bands like, you know, Air Supply or, bands of that genre. It felt like that. Maybe Tears for Fears. Bands like that, which do have songs that do have some drive and do have some energy, but they're done in a much more mellow way. Vocally, everything he sang was very conducive to the style of the song. Not my personal favorite style of singing, but it was well done. The guitar playing, very chord heavy. No melodic lines really happening within the guitar. It was all just, chords, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. There was much more activity happening within the bass playing. Some great lead-ins. So, you're counting in your measures, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And he would have a lead-in into the next phase, or the next section, next phase, next phrase, next section. He did a lot of those. Almost to the point of maybe overdoing it a little, if I'm being honest with you. I don't get me wrong, being a bass player, I loved hearing it. I do. And I don't think he overdid it. I don't think he ever crossed that line. But he did, I feel, he did walk up to it. He didn't go up to it. He didn't land on the line. But he did walk up towards the line, and he got close. So, but he never touched the line, and he definitely never crossed it. But I do feel like there were times where he could have laid out on the lead-ins, but he did anyway. I mean, it sounded good, and he never played anything that sounded bad, but it was just like, you have to do it every time? The drumming on this was actually really nice. I liked the drumming. Nice dynamic usage within the drumming. Knowing when to bring up the volume for very much like the bass player for those lead-ins and those setups, those pickups, but never really overdoing it from a what he was playing standpoint, but more from a how he was playing it standpoint. There's a big difference between the two. You could play just a nice steady pattern, and within that nice steady pattern, no fills, no nothing. But within that nice steady pattern, there's a lot of things you can do, especially from a dynamic standpoint, that you can do to switch things up and take away from the monotony. But then you add the fills and stuff, and it just takes it to the next level. So, no, I think everything the drummer did was just fine. Would I ever put this on a playlist? No. Never in a million years would I ever put this on a playlist. It's definitely not my cup of tea. It's definitely not my style. It's not something I would ever, enjoy listening to on a regular basis. But having said that, it is a really good song. I mean, I don't find any fault in it. I got no issue with it whatsoever. As far as the live performance goes, not a very impressive live show, to say the least. If you go down the boxes, they may be checked off at one or two. The stage presence was there, yes. Stage energy, no. Stage interaction, after the song was done, yeah, when they were taking their bows, the hugging each other, everything, that's definitely stage interaction. Crowd interaction. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna get back to crowd interaction. Let's keep going. Showmanship, no. Production, no. So there was really no stage interaction during the course of the song. There was no stage energy. There was no production. There was no showmanship. Right? But let's call a spade a spade. But as I've always said on this channel, out of those 6 boxes, the most important to me anyway. Now this is just me. Okay. The most important out of those boxes is crowd interaction. If you have crowd interaction, the rest of the other 5 boxes, don't get me wrong, they're important, but I don't feel they're as important as crowd interaction is. Now, did they have crowd interaction? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They had the sing-along parts, the call and response part, where the singer would set it up, he would call out, crowd would respond, and there was actually points where the singer actually laid out and they just let the crowd sing it. That is crowd interaction. Absolutely it is. And I absolutely count it as crowd interaction. Now, did that help the score? No. Well, in a way it did, because it didn't take away from the score either with everything else lacking. It balanced out. So, yeah, there was no showmanship. Yeah, there was no stage energy. Yeah, there was no stage interaction. Yeah, there was no production, but because they did have the big thing, they did have crowd interaction, it balanced out. So the live show did not help the score, but it also didn't hurt the score either. It kept it right at 7.3. So, yeah, 7.3, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So, 7.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.